Yo, new breed. What up, y'all? So I'm trying to find a spot to put this little cup thing right here for now. Maybe there for now. That'll work. What's up, Jesse? What's the word, man? How's your evening going? What are the pockets? What are the snacks? Oh, I need to open these images real quick. Wait, hold on. Where should I move? Oh, right here. Move them over. Sure. I don't want to get them lost though. Excuse me. Let's see. um, that and then. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. What the hell is this? Oh, there we go. So, if you're a member, you would have seen these images. I posted them yesterday. Let's see, can I shuffle through these? Okay, cool. So let me see. Hold on. Get this. Put that over there. Yeah, I posted them in the community tab for members to check out. I had mentioned on Saturday that the Iron Strikers should be about done, and I got an email the next day. Wait, what's today? Today's Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. So I got the email Monday. So 2 days after I talked about it, that the prototypes were done. So they're gonna laser. Oh no, they asked me about lasering something on the blade, and I was like, oh, can we do it right here on the spine? But they were like, oh, we already assembled them, so we'd have to disassemble them, laser it, and then put them back. So they said, well, we can do it for production. So I was like, oh, okay. Then in that case, I'll just leave them sterile. So I'm not gonna put any lasering on the on the Iron Striker prototypes. It's just gonna be clean. But I did ask them if they could put my brand with their logo, and apparently it's supposed to be confidential. So those of y'all that know who the manufacturer is, y'all forget. All right, y'all just forget. We'll just say this: it's not Best Tech, and it's the other one that does, or one of the other ones that does great work. So I'm gonna have to put manufactured in China like a rookie over there. It's my first day, and yeah, so that's how I'm gonna have to label it, I guess. But their quality, top quality, one of the top manufacturers out there. What's up, Ron Crow? Henry G, what's up? Joe, what's the word? How's it going, man? Nothing in the pockets, no, but just finished a PB and J. That's what I like to hear, bro. I love a good PB and J. What kind of bread? What kind of jelly? And you like crunchy peanut butter, right? Do you like crunchy? I like smooth. I'm a big fan of the smooth. The crunchy I didn't used to like, now I like it, but smooth is my preference. I get the unsalted, and it's usually like organic, and you gotta like stir it. And dude, you've got to put that in the fridge. And the second you make your sandwich, you can't let it sit too long. You've got to start munching on it pretty quickly because it's almost like it melts. It gets all runny. You make a mess everywhere. Unless you go like real light, I guess. But I don't really go real light on my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I don't want to just taste bread. I'm gonna just eat bread then. Excuse me. So Yeah, and it's not as like I used to get the before I found the unsalted. I used to get the Jif lightly salted or something like that, reduced sodium, and that one tastes so much better. And I haven't had that one in a while. And then they had a recall around the time that I was getting that, which sucked. What's up, mom? How's it going? Had a busy day, so I'm kind of tired. Well, and it's also late, so hopefully you get some rest, mom. Sorry about that. Clint, what's up? Mr. Mouse, Kelly's Mishmash, Brown Sugar, what's up, y'all? Mr. Mouse, how come every time I come to one of your lives I get hungry? Hey, you already know why. You should know better. You should know better. I had some nachos a little while ago. Uh, Nachos with I found some low sodium or lower sodium sausage. It's still high, 340 a link, but there usually it's like crazy high. Like a lot higher than that. So that's almost like half of what I would normally find. So it's a burnt ends brisket burnt ends sausage, something like that. And Joe, I don't know if you've had it in a while, but I had some sausage nachos. Yes, there's beans, cheese, and some sausage on there. Yes, please. It goes hard, guys. Trust me. And I made some of my own jalapenos. I just put it like cut up some serrano and jalapenos, and I put it in some vinegar. I hadn't done it in a while, so threw some of those on there. My stomach's on fire right now. I like hot stuff, so I tend to go a little crazy, unfortunately. Honey wheat bread. Oh, nice, nice. Peter Pan smooth honey peanut butter. Oh, I've had the honey one, I think. Welch's Concord grape jelly, room temperature peanut butter cold jelly. Oh, okay. There you go. No, in the pantry. I mean, that's cool because I put mine in the fridge because I have to. Because if I leave it out, the jar, dude, if I get a knife in there, it ain't gonna do it. It's just gonna run off, just make a mess everywhere. I would have to use a spoon probably, scoop it out and like pour it. I would pour it, bro. So it says like, and also because it's organic, I guess you're supposed to fridge it right after. But I mean, also there's like no. Well, I don't know if it says must be refrigerated, but I mean, I would have to anyway because it's just it's runny, super runny. But that sounds like a good peanut butter and jelly for sure, right there. I'm definitely jealous. Jealous? Okay, I'm jealous. Internet's freezing up. My internet or yours? I'm sorry, Mom. Hopefully, no, I mean, I don't mean it in a messed up way, but hopefully just yours and not mine. Sorry. So, Big Scooter, what's up, dude? What are the pockets? What are the snacks, dude? It's good to see you. Some pepper X. I don't know what that is. I've gotten some ghost peppers before. They're like dried up looking almost. I've gotten some of those. They come in like a little special plastic container. I think it was ghost. Or I think I've gotten some ghost. Those look rowdy, dark and dry. And I got some Carolina Reapers, I think. Yeah, a little bit goes a long way. But I get the Dave's Insanity. Uh that's that. Oh, I better close that. That's somebody's work right there. Some Dave's Insanity. I use that, and that a little bit goes a long way in that. And it's good though. I mean, it's not like ultra flavorful or anything. It's kind of like I like to use cayenne a lot to spice my stuff because it doesn't have a lot of flavor, and it can just my food stays with the original flavor that it has, and if I really like it, then I don't want to change it. I use that. And Dave's Insanity is the same way, but it's hard. Like you've got to be able to stir it in whatever you do, because if you like put it on something that has like crust, you can't smear it really. It's just right there. That bite right there is gonna be hot. But it's really good. I mean, it's useful for spice. Neil, what's up, dude? I don't know if I told you what's up. How's it going? But I've never had Pepper X. Is it like a jar or what is it? Stay blessed. What's up? Oh, blessed, EDC. Stay blessed, he says. What's up? What are the pockets? What are the snacks? It's been a while, but I remember I used to eat them as chalupas, 5 pieces of sausage, one in the middle, and then in each quarter. Yes, my bad. Yes, we used to have them as chalupas. I had them as nachos. I've had them as nachos, I think a couple of times already, or one time, one time. But I had them as chalupas a time before that. But yes, it was chalupas how we used to have it. That's right. Yeah, five sausages. Yeah, man. Dude, that's so funny. That's the construction right there. I think eventually when I started doing them myself later, diced them, sprinkle. I like it like that. Get some in every bite because then you bite it and it's like, oh. But I mean, a chalupa, depending on the size of the chalupa, I guess it could be a five bite chalupa. If you have lettuce and all that, then it makes it more, But with those, you don't put lettuce. It's just the cheese, right? I didn't put lettuce on mine. I don't think. So these are the Iron Striker. For those of y'all that aren't members that haven't seen it yet, and yes, it's done. The prototypes are done. So I did ask them for an update in my quote, because we went through some finishing changes, some material changes. So I want to see where I'm gonna land now, so I can know what my price is gonna be for my pre-order. It is gonna be a pre-order, unfortunately, but it's not gonna be like the Wingspan. The Wingspan was 145 pre-order, 150 post-production. The Clydesdale, I think, was one was it 110? No, it was 115 pre-order. I think it was 125 post-production. So those are very small changes. Uh, with this one, I was trying to find a budget, brand that could do some quality work and offer a small pre-order price, a low end pre-order price. And I found one that could maybe do it. And then I heard something about them, so I was like, "Oh, maybe I should hold off." And then the other ones were like maybe a little bit more expensive than Kubey, but with that, I was like, "Well, I'm not really going to be able to do what I want to do then," you know. So what I decided to try to do was go with a company that a lot of people use, and that's highly recommended, that do great work, and instead of going with something that like charge a low, like 90 to $100 pre-order, charge be as affordable as I can be with a higher end model. So I'm trying to stay around 150 to 180, depending on what the quote is. Uh, 150 to 180. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go to the 150. I'm pretty sure. It was looking like it was gonna be about 160. So, but I don't know. I don't know what the quote's gonna be like now. So 180 at the highest, and then uh post production is probably going to be around the $250 range. So it's not going to be like the other ones. There's going to be a significant jump. So if you really want to get in on it, if you really want that deal, the pre-order is going to be where it's at. Also, the 180 is going to be that 180 range is going to be with a discount code. So I'm probably going to be offering some discount codes to some people that are checking it out. Get that code out there, and then people can get their affiliates or whatever, because I know some people ask me sometimes and I don't ever have an affiliate link or discount code. So now I'll have that out there for people to use. So we'll see. I'll see how I figure the numbers out and everything once I hear it back. But yeah, 160 to 180 pre-order, and then about around 250 post-production. And that is discount code after discount code. Sorry, 1 second. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm not too familiar with the affiliate stuff, so I don't know how that works. Because if I'm going super low on my end, then I'm already losing out. So I don't know how it works with, like, do I need to talk to some people? I don't know if they get, like, what percentage they get, because if it doesn't work out that way, then I really can't offer it. All I can do is I don't know. I don't know what I can do. So it's still going to take some figuring because let's say I'm only getting, you know, I don't even know what I can say yet, but let's say the percentage is already gonna I'm eating a lot from the budget I go, and then what I'm getting in on my but what I'm bringing in is going to be on the latter end or the tail end, then I might be losing out. You know what I mean? I don't know. So this is the Iron Striker, and I'm digging it, y'all. I'm digging it. Hopefully y'all are too. We've got on the bottom, we've got shred carbon fiber with oh man, I forgot. Shucks. Let me get this open real quick. Hold on. Oh, we did a lot of changes, and I'm kind of like trying to remember where I am on the finishes. But I'm really excited about these. They look like they came out great. I don't know when they'll be coming in yet. I did send my address already, but I didn't hear back after they sent my address. Pepper X is the hottest at 2.693 million Scoville units, dude. I still want to be able to live after, bro. I want my esophagus after. Still. Help with gadgets? What's up, bro? What are the pockets? What are the snacks, dude? Let me know. Hottest pepper in the world. Dang. I don't know if I want any, bro. Hogue Decker with OG Scales, Peanuts, and Ezra Brooks whiskey. Oh, okay, getting down over there. Hell yeah, man. Take a sip for me, dude, please. Cheers. Heck yeah. Trying to make sure I stay caught up. I was doing a lot of talking. Gabe Harlan, what's up? Right, Katuo? No, it's like the top three, one of the top three OEMs. Is I mean, it'd be Best Tech. I guess the other one would be. I mean, I think We is pretty high up there, but Reich and Katu are doing some great stuff. So one of the big dogs has been doing it for a minute that a lot of people use. So yeah, yeah, it was crazy. I was, I've been mentioning it this whole time, and then they tell me that, and I was like, oh, okay. John the engineer, what's up, dude? But yeah, so it kind of sucks also because I mean this is what some people do, and it's people get on them about it, like, why can't we know the OEM? And I signed a confidentiality thing, but I thought it was for the prototype. So I've been like, just, like whatever. Um, so shred carbon fiber on the bottom one. Can I zoom in? So shred carbon fiber on this one. Titanium bead blast tumble on the handle. S90V. They're going to be S90V steel across the board. Stonewash flats and a satin grind. So this is a stonewash. I'm sorry, reverse that. It's flip that. It flipped that. It's satin flats and a stonewash grind. So and titanium bead blast everything else. Shred carbon fiber pivot collars. So the carbon fiber, the pivot collars match the material on the inlays or overlays. And then the next one, which is this guy up here, it was supposed to be they offered on some of their models, they had a black and green and like a red and black micarta with like milled lines, and it would reveal the secondary color in the milled lines and the milled pattern. I think it was like a button lock or something, but I think they have it on another model. But so they were like, okay, we can do that. Then they said that they didn't have that, so they asked if I wanted black or green, so I went with black. It looks like green, but I asked for black. But the way it patinas, it gets a lot darker. And then on this one, we've got it's gonna be what did I go with on this? It's not this is the old one, but it is Is it a stonewash? I went with a stonewash. I thought I asked him, but it looks like an acid stonewash or something. So it's supposed to be a stonewash on the blade, and then it's a titanium bead. I'm sorry, titanium dark blast tumble on the frame, on the hardware, and on the clip. So those are all meshed. It's a dark tumble on that. And then on these guys, these were supposed to be cross-cut carbon fiber. And I've been wanting to use that for a minute. I've always thought it looked good. I've always thought it looked cool. And let me see. Hold on a second. I always thought it looked pretty awesome and like custom, you know. And that's the kind of vibe I wanted to give off from the model. And they were like, okay, cool, yeah, we can do that. And then, oh shucks, hold on a second. Get out of the way. So then they said that they didn't recommend it for the milling. So I mean, what I should have done was I should have just told them not to do the milling on this, because they actually told me the same for the shred carbon fiber. So I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to use shred carbon fiber also. So I just told them, you know what? Go ahead and don't do the milling on the shred carbon fiber. I should have told them the same thing for this. Instead, I asked if we could switch the material. And going back to the shred carbon fiber, they did the milling on the shred carbon fiber. So that's cool. I'm glad that they did that. But yeah, they said they couldn't do it on this. So I switched it to burl linen micarta, another thing that I've seen on some customs and some higher end stuff. So I thought it looked cool, so I wanted to use it. So we've got two flavors on that, you know, somewhat two flavors. The blades are the same, both are satin, belt satin hollows. And the changes on this one will be black anno on the frame, the hardware, and the thumb studs. And then on the other one, I went with a titanium bead blast on the frame, the hardware, the clip, and everything. And all of these, the pivot collars match on all the overlays. And they came out great. I don't know what the quality, I mean, like the action is like yet, but I'm really looking forward to getting them in hand to check them out. They got my thumb studs, which is cool. So I don't know. I mean, you'll get a better look. I'm gonna be doing a live stream video, live stream unboxing. So if y'all aren't members, if y'all wanna, you know, get your first peek, get in on that. I might be doing a giveaway too. I'll figure that out when they get here. I don't have anything yet, but I think that'd be cool to do an unboxing and do a giveaway, a members only giveaway during that stream. So uh I don't know what I would get though. I've got to see. It won't be one of the prototypes though. Come on, guys. So I'm trying to get a good look at these thumb studs, or get y'all a good look. So what it is this right here. So this right here is on the thumb studs. And yeah, I don't know. That is not a front flipper. I'll get to that in a minute. Sorry, I'm pretty sure I'm falling behind. Apex Carry, what's up, dude? It's good to see you, man. One of the pockets, one of the snacks. Working on my drawing of butter knife. Iron Striker looks awesome. Have a good night, everyone. You too, Mom. I appreciate you. I've been seeing your drawings. Keep practicing. Get some rulers and get some of those things, some of those tools that help with sketches and drawings. Get some refining. You'll get there. Getting all Jack Wolf on us. You see, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I don't want to be like that. It sucks to be like, oh, who's oh yeah. I'm not trying to, it's lame. It's super lame. So if y'all really want to know who the OEM is, just go watch some of my other live streams when I talk about this. That's gonna be the way you'll find out now. I'm not gonna go back and like make those private live streams now or anything like that. So I have brought it up. It is out there. I just apparently I can't, you know, put it on the knife or anything. I did speak with Lefty about it, and he was like, "Yeah, that's weird." He said maybe it's because of the wording you used, like for how did I ask them to put it. Um, it's something that they've actually done with this company, so it's funny. G Mascus. It is called G Mascus micarta. No, this isn't G Mascus, bro. This is burrow linen micarta. This is burrow linen. Now Damascus is G10 Damascus. See, it's this stuff right here. Because it looks like wood, you know. Yeah, they had some cool options. I didn't know what they had available though. I just saw the I know that they've used two. I think yeah, this is the one right here. Looks like it. I know that I've seen them with two styles. This one's cool. That one's pretty good looking too. I don't like it like that without it was like the light areas, but the dark side looks good. This one's kind of cool. This orange. This one, I like this one. I've been seeing this one on some stuff. That one's cool. What is it? Columbia Valley. But I don't know. I'm gonna ask them also after they get back to me on the new quote. I want to ask them if this red one is cool right here, burgundy. It's sick. This one's cool. Yeah, I like this kind of micarta. Looks good, in my opinion. It has a different look to it. I'm gonna ask them how much it would run me to do an all tie version, just like a frame lock. If it stays about the same price, if it's I don't know if it will. It might be more. It might be less because it's less machining for an inlay. Um, but that'd be cool to be able to offer a full tie version. This one's cool. I like that. Double black canvas, blue denim canvas, double black linen, rag burrow, phenolic. Okay, it's a mouthful. Yeah, which one is that one? This is the double black canvas, blue denim canvas, double black linen. No, no. To be continued. I don't like these other ones though. These that's not for me. I'm not a big fan of these green like carbon fibers and like it looks. Boker has had Quake in something like this material for the longest time, and they just do not look appealing to me at all. Usually red and black, though I've seen black and other colors coming out recently. Oh, the G Mascus, G Mascus. No worries, it looks good. Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping people understand. It's gonna suck to have to say that, you know, like a lot. That's why would you use a top OEM and then not even be able to say that you use one of the top OEMs? You know, what I mean, it's supposed to help, kind of pump up your model. It's supposed to bring some excitement. Like, oh, okay, you're using them now. That's cool. Like, I mean, the quality will speak for itself, but not everybody's going to be able to get their hand on it right away. I'll tell people this is what I'm going to do, guys. Don't tell anybody. I'll probably tell whoever I'm sending it to who it is, and then they can tell y'all. I may have heard it might be, it feels like a Riot, you know, it really feels like that. It just gives me that. kind of feel, you know? Whatever OEM it is, whenever I tell them, yeah, I can read between the lines, right? Not too obvious. So yeah, that's probably what I'll do. But don't tell anybody that I'm gonna be doing that. Y'all shut up. Oh, so yeah, this is not a front flipper. This is actually going to be my contact point for this is my stop pin back here on the backspacer. That part is what interacts with the backspacer. So in the closed position, that's where that's going to be landing. So that should be hopefully that'll be a cool thing. I'm hoping people dig that. I thought it was an interesting thing to try. The way that happened originally was, hold on, let me get all these open real quick. I'll talk about this more on Saturday. I know there are gonna be some people that aren't gonna be here right now. Excuse. The way this originally happened was I was putting some hardware way up here, a barrel space or something, a screw for my backspacer, and I was getting super close to where the stop pin was gonna be for my blade. And I was like, "Oh, what if I use, like how I see, like a lot of customs or like what's like uh built tough knives. Uh they put the stop pins, they screw them from the outside, it's a real, substantial stop pin sometimes and it's screwed from the outside, it's exposed, the screw is. Uh so I was like, what if I do that? And then I was thinking with the backspacer as close as that was getting, what if I made the backspacer the stop pin? So they were able to do it, and I'm excited to see how it works. It hopefully it's fantastic, and hopefully that's something that people dig. And in a disassembly, hopefully they're like, "Oh wow, I didn't realize that this what was going on." Paul Mills, what's up? I thought I saw you already. You weren't here already. You were not. Say yellow. Are you saying yellow or like yellow? Thumb studs looks like it could have almost been adjustable. Oh yeah. No, they're not, dude. They're not. I was trying to figure out a way to do it. I had this idea recently about maybe making like a magnetic filler hole to where you could remove them and then fill that hole with like a little flat like material that goes flush with the blade. On the other side goes a magnetic like little pin and just sits flush in there, like so where it could hide the thumb stud or replace it, and it would be just the slot. But thumb studs, as far as them being adjustable, I didn't consider that really. I thought about it. The Clydesdale was supposed to have adjustable, but I decided not to go that route. It was supposed to be like different holes though throughout the slot, and I thought that was gonna look lame, so I scrapped that idea. But I mean, yeah, I guess I could have, but I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know. I want to work on the concept though for like the magnetic thing I was talking about. But that I mean, like I like removable or adjustable. I think I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had one. So yeah. Hopefully people aren't disappointed with that. Oh, front right for me, guys. Oh, front right. Let's talk about the front right for a minute. I picked this up off of Knife Joy. This is the Redstone Rich Light Bug Out, the 53509, I think. And yeah, pre-owned Knife Joy model, or not model, but from their pre-owned like open box, and it's on point. It's not even like rubbed up on or anything, The centering is a little bit off. I guess that's why, whoever had it maybe returned it. Oh, and also there's some lock stick too. It's already going away. You hear that when it disengages? So, I mean, I saw Dirk Warning. Shout out to Dirk Warning. He had one, and he's not really into the bug outs, but he really liked this model, so that was a good review. And then Metal Complex, he had one with lock stick, but he was like, yeah, that usually breaks in and goes away. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. But it's sick. I really like it. And I sold my other bug out. I sold this one, so to help with some of the funds for for this one, for the new one. I sold that one. Well, back left had this little guy, the mini bug out. This one was another. It was a nice grab from Caviso. I think it was like 115 or 135. They had a sale, but it was like a sale across the board from all the retailers, and there was only another. There was Caviso and another company that still had a couple of them left. And I think this one I had like 3 at the time that I bought it. And then and then when I went back to the site, I think I was live and they were all sold out. But yeah, so I went some Benchmates. And yeah, this one's super cool. And it comes, it's kind of like getting a ready to go bug out. You know what I mean? Instead of having to go and find all your aftermarket scales and all that. And not only that, it's also, already like it's different. It's unique. It's got the overlays in there. Little orange aluminum backspacer. And super happy with it. So heck yeah. They got here really quick too. I think I ordered it on Monday or Sunday night. No, Monday. Monday. So it was cool that it got here super quick because I was excited to get it. I had seen another one, a pre-owned one, on I think it was Knife Joy also. And that what guys, if you don't know, if you ever go to Knife Joy or if you haven't seen their open box area, if it sits there a while, they'll start marking it down little by little, little by little. So if it sits long enough, you get a good deal. So this one went down to like 275 or 285 that other time, and somebody snagged it. I was like, ah, shucks. And then this one started going down too. So before it got picked up again, I grabbed it because I missed out on the last one. When I saw it go down again, I messaged. I don't want to say. I don't know if he minds if I tell you. So I messaged him and I was like, "Hey, you want to buy my bug out?" I want to get this one, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll take it." So it worked out. Magnet to hind thumb stud hole is genius. I hope so, man. I hope so. I want to see it like, the way it would work out would be. I think I talked about it on Saturday, but I didn't really show on anything. Oh, I think I did. Let me see. I don't think there's really room on this blade, but I'll just put it up here. And I think it'd be really cool if it can work. So, excuse me. So it would be like barrel size, right? And then so you would have, your stud go all the way through with a barrel, right? The barrels that go through there. And then you would have this recessed a little bit. How deep could I go? Maybe like 0.75 or something. I don't know. And then you would have your little, oh no, so you would do, yeah, you would have your little cap right here. And new body. And then you would have a piece over here. I don't know if you could do a piece small enough. I mean, I don't know a lot about magnets to be like, oh, they could do one this small. But the idea is because I was thinking, like all one piece. But imagine if it's just a little plate and then you have this little nub that just goes in there. You know what I mean? And then you could have like the finish of the blade, which I think would be harder to match. I think it'd be easier. Obviously, it wouldn't go up here. That was just the only empty spot that I had to work on. But you would either have, I think the finish of the blade would be harder to match. I think it'd be easier to do like match the material of your frame or your hardware, something like that. So it have the finish on here and then on the magnet. So I don't know. It's like I said, I don't know enough about them to know if that's something that's doable. But I mean, making a little filler plate would be something that's doable for sure. Burning Stables, what's up, dude? It's good to see you, man. Sorry to see your comments so late. 5 minutes, only 5 minutes today. Yes, getting better. There's only like 10 of y'all. That's why. What are the pockets, man? What are the snacks? Let me know. Jim Cox, what's up? Member for 17 months. Said cheers. Cheers to you, bro. So you saw the. Let me give it a little thwacks real quick. Appreciate you, man. 17 months, Jim? That's wild, dude. I didn't even realize. Heck yeah, man. I appreciate you. Man, I really wanted to use this side cut, but yeah, it didn't work out. But yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully these get here like quicker. Usually with the smaller packages, they take, depending on how they ship them, they can take like 3 to 5 days. It's when it's the bigger projects or when it's like the whole production, it takes like 2 weeks sometimes, depending on how they send them, of course. And then with the way things are now too, I don't know, but we'll see. Ron Crow, 21 months at Blackjack. I appreciate. Oh, I'm missing the thumb slot on here. What? Appreciate you, Ron Crow. Thank you, dude. 21 months. You guys. Two magnets of different sizes. So it would need to be two different sizes. I really need to get into it, man. Check it out. Manufacturer dealing with the polarity of magnets would raise the cost, I'd imagine. Yeah, I think it would be a tough thing to do. Like it's like for it to be a small, such a small piece, having to make those pieces, yeah, it'd be a task. I don't know, but it would be cool. It would have to be like the right design to try it on, like overall the project worth it. Or you make a budget model and that's the best thing about the budget model. That's where the price is. I did it in 8CR. 8CR and it's $70 like Spyderco. You're paying for the magnet. That's really what you're paying for. The Nimble and Chick-fil-A. Okay. There you go. Hell yeah. I like the Chick-fil-A nuggets. I'm not a big fan of their I mean, I haven't had them in a while. Their sodium is high for their chicken sandwiches. But I mean, not like any different than any other too much, but maybe a little bit. I don't know. Their nuggets is what I liked, but their sandwiches I wasn't really too into. I don't really like pickles on my chicken sandwiches. Not really into that. I know you can get it without them, but then they have the Hawaiian rolls. I don't really like sweet bread in my food. Nimble is a nice one, yes sir. Honestly, I'd never remove a thumb stud. Yeah, like the reason why I like to do them is for like swaps or for people that like to mod their knives. That's why I like to do them. Sometimes people might have a thumb stud they really like. I don't know, that is on a knife and they're like, I have an idea, I want to swap it. I like the look of that one or something like that. So that's really why I do it. On this one, there gonna be some finishes on the studs. So I mean, obviously you would have to remove the finish if you wanted to do something like that. But also with this one, let's say somebody has more than one. Maybe they buy more than one right off the bat, or maybe they come across one on the secondary, and then they can start swapping stuff around. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I really want these thumb studs on here or whatever. So like, I like that finish better on this one. So that's what I like to do. I mean, I know none of these finishes are really different from each other. I think it's only the center two that are the most different. I decided to go with some finishes that weren't gonna be like I would have liked to have blacked this blade out, but then that my price goes up, and I'm trying to keep that from happening. I'm trying to keep it affordable while still getting a uh great production. You know what I mean? So really, what I'm focusing on, I'm trying to focus on the things that matter and what I can get done that looks cool while staying within my price range. And it's tricky. It's very tricky. So, I can do the frame, get a cool finish on the frame, but then got to keep the blade a certain way. Go with the affordable finish on the blade, like go with a stone wash instead of an acid wash, black, what did I get? Black stone wash or whatever, black acid wash. Just trying to mix it up and trying to get cool finishes with the combinations and staying within my price. And hopefully it's something that I accomplished. I think this one may be people's least favorite up top, but it could be somebody's favorite. I don't know. Maybe they just like that clean look with the burl linen. I don't know. But if it turns out that many people don't like it, I mean, I don't know how soon I could find out before having to decide on changing one of the models. But if I find out quick enough, then I could potentially have this, if the cost isn't too crazy, just turn this into a full tie one, or I don't know, some other kind of material. I don't know what else I would go with though. Maybe another carbon fiber. I asked for marble carbon fiber as replacements for this, I think. Is that what I asked for? And they didn't have it. So I don't know. I think the only option that I would probably be going full tie. That'd probably be the only one I would consider. And I know people would like that. If I made that change, there would be some people that dug that. But if it takes me out of the price I'm trying to stay in, then I'm not going to do it. Nimble X a little bigger. The Nimble X. Oh, it's just the Nimble, but bigger. Duh. 80s camo carbon. I'm not a big fan, dude. I would not do 80s camo. It's just, I think it's played out, in my opinion. I just, I know that people like that one, but I think that there are other options that I can find that other people like and I like. You know what I mean? Um, I think I prefer going that route with anything I work on. Anything that I put out there, I don't want to like sell out, so to speak, just because a lot of people really dig it. Like because people like the top liner lock. I'm not gonna do that. I don't particularly like them myself. I mean, I like a few here and there exceptions to the rule, designs or makers or designers. Then I'm like, oh, I'll pick that up. Like I have the ABW, and I really like it. I love it actually. But that's just the exception. So for me, I don't want to design one. I know they're hot, but there's still liner locks and frame locks that people still like. You know what I mean? People still like that. So I think there's a good balance. You can find a balance where you can still like what you're doing and still put out something that people still like. Also, they like as much as you do. It's when you go full on, like, oh, I want to do a shipwreck copper on my frame, that then maybe you're finding a smaller amount of people that like that thing. Like the burl linen, that might have been a risky thing to do, but I guess I'll find out. But again, I was trying to go with something that I felt looked a little, it didn't look like it almost has a custom look almost. So, you know, that's really what I wanted to go with these models. Another one that is like a rich light could have been cool. I really like rich light. Oh, maybe I could do a rich light on this. You know, like a red, like a maroon, oh, something like this one, or like a blue rich light. That'd be cool. I imagine emerald paper micarta, emerald legacy. The paper micarta. I think that one would be expensive, but that would be cool. But I think like a blue rich light or a red rich light right off the bat would already go with the finish that's on here. You know, I think with the an emerald paper micarta, I don't know if it would match with the finish. Excuse me. But yeah, that's really what I was going for. And there was something I was going to say about that, and I forgot. How long is the blade? This one is a 7 point. I think it's 7.6 overall or 7.55. The blade. Shucks. I forget how long the blade is. I had to cut away some of my edge, and I'll talk about that in a minute. I talked about it some on one of my other streams. Gimme. This is how I like to measure mine. I don't do the follow the curve thing. I just don't. So if you want cutting edge, it should be it's going to be this approximately 3 inches, a little over 3 inches, barely. And then if you want tip to frame, it'll be approximately 3.4 tip to frame. And then the grip with the flat. Let's see what we got. Well, you know, I might as well leave that. Grip with the flat is about 4.162 inches. So actually that's a little bit less because you can choke up a little bit more, just barely. So not much more, but maybe like 4.25. And overall, we should be at 7.565. So around the Clydesdale. And that is what my my prototypes reflect pretty much. My printed prototypes, I'm sorry, the 3D prints. See if I can get it lined up. So it's just, if I can get the butts lined up, let me do this way. There we go. Trying to get it. See, because there's the tail end there. So it's just a hair shorter than the Clydesdale. And I like flats over forward finger choils. I just feel, you know, not everything needs a forward finger choil. I don't know if I did this side. Oh yeah, I don't know why this picture's so like blue. All these other ones match, and this one I guess they put the flash on or something. But yeah, I was surprised to see the shred carbon fiber with the milling because they said that it wasn't gonna be able to be done. So I was like, all right, we'll go with, you know, without the milling on this one. And I should have thought to do that with the crosscut carbon fiber, you know, saying that. And then with these areas right here, I asked them to soften these little, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it's still small. To soften these areas as much as they could. It's something that I like to try to take care of. So rounded that as much as I could and rounded that. Obviously, I've got to stop at some point because there's a lock face right there. So you can't round it too much. And then soften these areas too, knock that down. I'm really trying to I try to make sure I get as much of that taken care of as possible. So that way you're not, you don't have a flat, I'm sorry, little sharp edge, just annoying little sharp piece that's just digging into your finger. The jimping looks great on the flat. It looks very functional. It looks like it'll achieve what I want it to. It's supposed to be, uh, that little bit that helps you from sliding up, and it looks like it would do that. So that's awesome. This right here on the forward finger choil, I'm sorry, on the sharpening choil. Let me get out of this real quick. I asked them to cut this at an angle. In my model, on my design, let me just take this off. The way I designed mine, I didn't have this interacting when closed with this area right here. The flat, I should have asked them to take the jimping off right here and just left these like maybe two. I think I could have taken off two and left three, maybe. But it was supposed to be what hit when closed. The flat was supposed to be. But instead, they made this part right here my stop pin. So the way they had it, they had my sharpening choil the way I originally had it in my model. This is their model. Let me take this off. I'll open mine real quick. The way I had mine, I didn't think to change the way I had it because it wasn't anything that was going to be an issue. It was like this. Thought that was good. Maybe a little more sharpening life could be done there. But the way I had it interacting, oh crap. I don't want to do that. I don't know what that is. I had it landing just right there, which is close. It's really close. And it wasn't supposed to be where the stop pin would land. So I didn't see any type of interference, sharpening. Now with theirs, that is where it lands. So all of a sudden, it's rounded here and it's right in between. So what I asked them to do was to do an angle cut on my sharpening notch. So that way it gets puts a little bit of a distance between this spot and the stop pin. So that was something that I didn't catch until later. I didn't even realize it, and that sucks. But I think that change that I made is going to help. I think it'll be helpful. And there's a model that I have that I just was looking at some knives, and I was wondering which ones I had with the stop pins and where they would land similar spots. And this is my Monterey Bay Knives River Otter. Stop pin right there. You see it's landing where the blade lands, and they have a similar cut, that angle cut. So it can be doable. I mean, these types of stop pins have been done for a long time, So hopefully I accomplished what, it seems like they were trying to do also, or what they try to do. So when I found this, I was like, oh, okay, cool. That was awesome. And I had already sent them the picture about adjusting that. And they said, yeah, we can do that. But we'll see when they come in how many people are upset about that. My only 80s fat carbon is my regular flipper Sharp by Design Mini Tempest. Oh, the Mini Tempest is a good looking design, dude. Heck yeah. I mean, mine I think my Raze, one of my Razes was 80s. I switched that material out. I don't even have it on anything. It's on it's on one of my other Razes that I don't know where it is right now. The gold one. I couldn't get the pivot back on it, so I just left it as it was, and I haven't swapped the materials back. So it's kind of just been sitting in the garage. But yeah, I didn't really like the 80s. I mean, it was fine. It looked fine on it, looked good actually, but still wasn't my favorite out of the models. So once I swapped it to, I think to this one, and then put the other blade on my prototype model, I was much happier with those looks. So I just left it. Anyone that may want a sharp by design knife, I would either sell or trade something for it. Look at you. Okay, wheeling and dealing. Any takers, guys? Any takers? Yes, on Rich Light. Yeah, man, I think Rich Light would be good. That was something that I don't know. I don't think it crossed my mind when I was trying to think of another option. And I like Rich Light. I think that would look sick. And it's still an option if if there are enough people that don't like it. This top one. But again, I mean, I would have to see. I might be holding on to, since I have two of these styles, I might be holding on to one of these. I'd probably put the better looking one out into the wild. I could pass them all around, but for me, like now, since I have a following, it's beneficial for me to keep one. Early on, like with the Clydesdale, I only had two prototypes made of my Clydesdale model. And as much as I would have liked to have held on to one, I knew it wouldn't have done me any good, you know. And then with the wingspan, I had four made. I had a little bit more of a following, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep one of them. I can take more pictures of it. It can be, shown more often, and that's gonna be the same thing with this. So, but I do want to keep one that you know that, because I have a smaller viewer, like the same people mostly. Maybe an occasional one here and there will see it for the first time. I like to keep the one that's like the least appealing. Not like that it sucks. It's just if the other one's circulating, then people can see it and be like, oh, that was dope, that was dope, that was dope. But I don't know. And then part of me wants to keep one of the other ones. uh, but I don't know. I don't know. I was originally going to keep the micarta one because this was going to be the only micarta one. It was going to be the cross cuts on the top two and then the shred on the bottom. And I thought keeping the only micarta one would be a smart choice because the oils and all that. I was like, oh, okay, it'd be cool. I'll just hold on to that. But since there isn't a crosscut anymore, now I have three micartas. What am I gonna do? So, I think a lot of people would probably like this second from the bottom. I think that's probably gonna be the favorite of a lot of people. I really like the bottom one a lot. I don't know. It's a tough choice when you're holding on to one. Which one to hold on to? Which one do y'all dig? Or if y'all dig any, which one do y'all dig? Which one's y'all's favorite? Trying to get a good picture. Yeah, let me know. If y'all are into them, let me know which one y'all like. This one on the bottom has a stonewash grind satin flats. This one is a stonewash blade. These top two are satin with belt satin hollows. Ron Crow says, "Take my money." I appreciate you, dude. Thank you, man. 10 minutes late. I'm sorry about that. I'm glad you dig it, dude. Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. Hate getting a new knife and find sharp corners that I have to fix. Yeah, dude. And I always try to find those. Like with the wingspan, I try to take care of the way the inlays felt when I gripped them, but nobody else found an issue with it. But I wanted to take care of it for those that would, you know? and it was something that I'm trying to be nitpicky and find the things that could annoy people, even if they may not. If there's a possibility, I want to try to get it taken care of if it's possible. And for whenever if you're working on something, if you're working on a project, it's hard to nail everything in a prototype. Is it possible? I think so, but you really have to be looking at everything. Really have to be focusing on everything as much as you can. I mean, there are going to be some times when things pop up that you didn't think about. That's something that can just happen. But if you can nail your prototype right off the bat, and it's something that let's say you're doing, like for my case, unfortunately, will be a pre-order. If you're going to be doing a pre-order, then nailing your prototypes is crucial, man, because people are going to see that right off the bat. If you're only doing one set of prototypes, especially, they're going to be seeing that, and that's going to be sticking in their memory first time around. And then some people might only see it the one time, hear the bad review, and then not. Let's say you do another version of prototypes, a V2 of prototypes. They might not even realize it if they see it pop up. They might just think it's the same one. I give it another look. You know what I mean? So if you nail it and enough people see it and they like it and they hear all the good things right off the bat, then you're good. You know what I mean? You're rolling. But if you hear like thing this that, and that after another and across the board, then it's rough. It'll really stay with people. Man, I hate CRK CRK thumbs up. 80s camel carbon is not fat carbon. Got you. What did I say? I said fat carbon. Oh, it does camel carbon, right? Two brands, both good. Yeah, I think. What is it that people like more? People use camel carbon now, right? That's fat carbon is the one that people were hot on before, or is it camel carbon? I think it's camel. The one that has the 80s pop or whatever or what is it? Not the 80s pop. The pop camel. Oh, pop camel. So camel carbon. I think they're the ones that people use a lot more now. You don't even have them in hand and already planning on selling a prototype? So no, I'm not selling any prototypes. No. No, I'm not I'm just asking which finish. Like so that way I can kind of gauge what y'all think. Like I know there are only a few of y'all in here, like I think it's 15, 16 of y'all in here right now. But like if somebody says like, "Oh, if I hear 10 of y'all say I like this one or 10 of y'all say I don't like this one," then I'm like, "Okay, I know which one people might not like." You know what I mean? So I guess that'd be the better question. Which one is y'all's least favorite, you know? But no, I don't typically sell my prototypes. I've I've mainly done giveaways for them. Like I gave away my first ever project, the Clydesdale. I gave away both prototypes. I was trying to create more buzz for my prototype. I'm sorry, for my pre-order. So I did I think 4 giveaways for the people that got in on the pre-order, and 2 of them were for the Clydesdale. So I didn't even get to keep a prototype, which was fine. It was what I was doing what I thought was best. What was more important was the entire project. So, and then I found out later that somebody that won one was trying to sell it as 14C. It was like, no, it's D2. I don't know whatever happened with that situation. But I heard from somebody that was in a Facebook group or something, and they hit me up on Instas. They were like, "Hey, is this correct?" I was like, "No, it's not." And then the wingspan, I kept one. Uh, I did a giveaway for 1 or 2, and I don't remember where the other prototype is. I think my brother has one. I think my brother has one of the prototypes. I like the bottom one, but would like the micarta on the darker bolster. Um, The bottom one? Oh, but this is shred carbon fiber. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, because this is shred carbon fiber. Are you saying that you would like this one on the darker bolster? Is that what you're saying? And also with this, the tooling is only on one side. Is it's underneath, it's hidden, so that's really cool. But the tooling only goes from here and here to the other side, and for the clip. They don't have the tooling on the other side, so that's pretty cool. Uh, Clip screwed from the inside. Yeah, I don't know when they haven't sent me any tracking. I'm sure they're probably just wrapping some stuff up, but like I said, they did ask me about lasering, and I just decided to go without anything because they wanted to do it on the blade. I don't want there to be anything on the blade. I want it to be clean. I asked them if they could do it on the inside on the spine, and they said with it being assembled that they couldn't do that, but they could do it for production. So I said okay for production, but for the protos, I just want it clean. Then I don't really like to do the billboarding. It's cool for people to be able to know it's a new breed EDC design, but I think if the design is done well enough and enough people like it, that it should get around, it should be noticed, it should you can tell, or people can tell them, or whatever. I don't know. It's if I had a cooler logo or a cooler little like maybe I can think of something down the line like a little logo thing that's not just MBEDC. I like the way it looks. Don't get me wrong. But if I had something that was, I don't know, just something like, oh, that's pretty dope, then I would do that. I saw somebody with a little like badger or something, like a little face. I don't know what it was, some kind of little like, animal. Just his face on the pivot. Oh, that looks sick. Um, I have the eyes that go with my logo, but I don't really think putting eyes. I don't know if them being lasered would look as cool as I don't know, just putting little eyes somewhere. But I don't know. Maybe if I did a spin-off of that somehow. Paul Mills likes the top one. I think. Oh, okay, you like the top one. Very cool, man. That's the one that I was worried people might not like. I'll keep this and get rid of that. Oh, keeping a prototype and sending that one. Oh no, no, no. I meant to hold on to one while the others are circulating. Yeah, because I need to figure out, which one's going where. Like Kev, I always send one to Kev. Kev is a big reason. He was like a big help in me, not a big reason, but he's a big help in me getting into like with pointers and stuff like that. He's a big help. Um, and then I watch his channel a lot. He's helped a lot of people, guys. Behind the scenes. You hit him up, and he's willing to help you as long as you know don't come off like a douche. I'm pretty sure he'd help whoever. But yeah, he was super helpful. He was like, reach out to these people. You can contact them. Don't reach out to these people. Shieldon would be the one. I was like, yeah, I know about your project. Well, that was before. Was it before his project? I don't know. But yeah, I've got like a loyalty to Kev, in that way, just for the amount of help that he was willing to offer. Um, and Neves, if he's down to check one out, I'll be sending one to Neves. Jared Neves Knives. And I don't know. I gotta find out where the other one's gonna go. It might be Tri-State. Everyday City Carry could be him. But it's got to be people that are willing to check it out and not be like, can I keep it? Because I only have 4. I'm only sending out 3. So if they're, down to check one out, maybe get one on the back end or whatever. If I do the discount code, then have that. I've still got to figure out how that works with affiliate codes because I can't be broke from doing being affordable with my project and then giving percentages to everybody or however that works. It's not gonna work for me. So I'll see. I'll see. Captain Ricky, he was down to check out the Clydesdale. Now he's too big, so I don't know if he'd be down to check out. He didn't want to check out the wingspan for the not that he didn't want to, but he was like, "Oh, I got a lot going on," which is probably true. He had just after the Clydesdale, he had hooked up with Taylor Martin, so he was doing bigger things. So we'll see if he'll be into checking out the Iron Striker. Uh, um, but yeah. So the way I always do it is I'll send it out to. I have a list that I work through, and it'll circulate. But I find my go tos, and and then they just start you know getting from here to here. Just send them off to like, could you send it to this person after you're done? And then hey, you want to check it out? And a lot of wheeling and dealing. But it's cool. It's fun, and I do it. Whenever I send it to somebody, I don't expect them to pull punches. You know what I mean? I want them to like it, but I also, if there's something wrong with it, I want them to point it out. Now if they're just bashing it just because it's something they don't like, then that's something else. But if it's like actual issues with the design, or maybe they can be like, this is nailed, this is nailed. It's not for me, but I like it. Like I'm down for that. You know what I mean? Because I can appreciate something and still not be into it. You know. So as long as it's all that, then I don't mind. But it's when people are like just being jerks, then it's like, well, you didn't know to do that. The top two look similar. Change one to rich light with shred carbon milling, if can. If you can, sorry, if can. Okay. Shred carbon milling. What is shred carbon milling? Oh, they all have the milling though, dude. They all have the milled lines. Yeah, that was part of the design. The shred carbon fiber was supposed to not have the milling, but they ended up doing it, which is awesome. And for this, I wanted to offer it without it being black, because not everybody, as popular as black frames and black blades are, not everybody likes it. So that's why I wanted to offer this guy up here. And what would have really helped these top two would have been if I did like a black blade, you know, DLC or PVD or uh, something. But I didn't, like I said, I'm trying to keep costs down, so I didn't do that. But I could maybe see about doing a rich light. I think that would be cool. You see, and in that case, I would keep the top one because then I can, excuse me, mention it every time I show it or post it. I could cover that, being like, this is going to be in rich light or whatever. But I've got to see, like, this is something like in doing this, these are things that I have to get taken care of before getting them out there. You know what I mean? Like, I have to, start the emailing and be like, hey, would it be possible to get this in rich light? And do you have this one available? So that way I can start, mentioning it. But it's tricky though, because they've got to have it when the time comes. You know what I mean? If that doesn't work, then I have to get a hold of it and send it over to them. So that is tricky. I like the three handles on the second knife. Oh, okay. Got you. Got you. Got you. Appreciate you, Josh. Yes, all of these will be produced. Yes, these are just the protos, and there could be a change to one. The easiest option would be having the top one. If I change it, uh, the easiest way to do it would be to go like the safest route would be to make it full tie, because then I know they're gonna have titanium. They're not gonna be like, oh, we don't have titanium. We ran out of titanium. That's not gonna happen. But if I say, like ask them, hey, can I have redstone rich light? How much is that? Do you have that available? They could say yeah now, but when it comes time, after my pre-order's up and I'm like, hey, I'm ready to roll, they might be like, oh, we don't have that anymore. So I can't show that as available in my pre-order, and then on the back end it not be what people chose. That's like my issue with the wingspan, which was unfortunate. I should have, I guess I should have, checked up on it more to make sure that they made them hollow. But that was a real surprise when they sent me pictures of belt satin flats. um, Caught me off guard, and that really sucked because people ordered belt satin hollows. So the safest choice would be, going with full tie. But then again, with that, it's if it's affordable. So to keep maybe to keep all the risk out of it is just to roll with what I've got. You know, if anything, maybe say ask if they can do a PVD or something like that. You know what I mean? On this version, the number two. Then we're looking at two very different ones. Two very not very different, but different enough. Because they still have the material. Well, I guess it'd be very different. It'll just be the inlays. Uh, so it'd be like a blacked out with the burl linen. You know, because that they're not going to say that either. Oh, we don't do that process anymore. It's illegal. But with that, that's another price thing. So we'll see how it goes. Um, I think, with the pricing, if there's a chance that any of it comes down from the way this shaked out during the prototyping process of, getting them made, if it turns out that the price comes down any, then I can go back and say, hey, can we do a PVD? Because then I'm essentially going back to how it was originally. You know what I mean? It'd be like what I was thinking, what I had in mind the whole time before, you know. But I had to see when they get back to me. Right now, I'm still waiting. I asked them Monday, so there's still time. They're still gonna get them to me. I'm still gonna do my live unboxing. I'm still gonna hold on to them for maybe, I don't know, hold on to 'em, a few days to a week, and then get them out. So I still have time, or however long it takes me to get things in order before sending them out there. Then that's what I'll do, because I want to make sure everything's in line for everything, for everyone to have all the information when they get them. You don't like Captain Ricky? He's cool, man. He's a cool dude. Captain Ricky sucks, bro. Nah, he's cool, man. I don't know how good their podcast is doing. As much as, I don't know, what is it, Sam? Sam's the other guy, right? Raven the pirate. I don't know him as much or at all, really. I just told him what's up one time when he was with Ricky. But um, I know that they do great quality photos. Their photos are insanely great. Their production on their videos are awesome. Um, but I don't know how good their podcast is. It's just like two dudes that have an in with a lot of people. you um they know a lot of people, which is cool. I have to do that with some knives. Some are just not for me. Doesn't mean it's a bad knife. Yeah, man. Yeah, and I've said that with a lot of stuff that I've done for either giveaways or, if I'm looking at a picture like something that somebody's carrying, or that somebody's like, "Hey, have you seen this come out?" Yeah, I've done that a bunch. You know, I've been like, "Yeah, it's cool, but it's not for me." You know, and I can dislike something and not bash it just because I don't like it. Because what does it matter if I don't like it? It's just not for me. It's like, there's preferences for everything. Doesn't mean it's correct. It's just your opinion. So it's when some people like to get a rise, you know what I mean? So they'll talk and they want to get under your skin. They'll keep poking just to you you finally, you know what, dude? You know what? It's not yours. Okay, I'm going home. Give me my stuff. But really, it's like, it doesn't matter. It's my pockets. It's my money that I wasted on this stupid night. Josh, I take it you don't like Ricky. Yeah, Clydesdale V2. Yeah, that'll be next year. I'm gonna be doing that. That wasn't something I don't go into any of these models planning on doing a V2. None of my projects do I ever think of that way. I'm just doing it, and then I'm ready to do another one, a different one. But finally, I've heard enough of people asking for it that I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I should. Before, I didn't have any people asking. It just like here and there, random. But now there have been a lot of people that have asked, and then people that get excited when I mention it sometimes, or like someplace, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So it's with that many people asking for it, then I guess maybe I should do it. And so yeah, I need to think of a cool, because I want to keep one clean. I want to keep one sterile like this for modding reasons, so people can still do whatever they want. And then I want to do another one with some cool milling. I don't know how much it would be to offer two kind of milling patterns, like maybe do four options and one sterile, and then three other ones. I don't know how many milling patterns I could do. I don't know how that works. Excuse me, with multiple milling patterns. But I would like to do that for the people that can't afford to get stuff modded. Just comes clean right off the bat. Now the V2 is going to be significantly more expensive than the V1, because I'm going to upgrade the steel. You know what I mean? And then with the milling, and that comes with something too, possibly. I guess if I'm doing multiple. Uh, but that would probably be the only change. I already did its tie already. So, but once the where it starts getting more expensive is when you start getting into the steel, guys. That's when the prices, you start noticing. That's when they start taking their jump. And then you're like, oh, okay, well, maybe I don't want to do that steel after all. I didn't really like that steel too much last time. I think people are going to hate that steel. So that's really where the cost comes into play. Of course, if you're doing G10 and then you go to titanium, that's another jump. That's another night and day. But the steel, if you have G10 and you change steel and you go up in steel, then you're gonna notice a change. But I don't know. I've got to figure out what kind of steel I want to go with. Some M4 or some Vanex, some Lmax. I don't know. I don't know. He's dreamy. He's dreamy puke. I think my mom said that she thinks he's dreamy, bro. I think she said that. I was like, Mom, I don't even know who he is. You don't know Captain Ricky? Are you serious? Are you playing around? The guy said it was fantastic. How long is the pre-order going to be open? I I usually go with. I think the Clydesdale was open for a while. I think the Clydesdale had open for like 2, 3 months. The wingspan I think was like a month or two. I don't remember. With this one, I mean, I would like to go a month, you know. Um, I've really got to see, when they come in, gauge the interest, and then go from there. I don't want to leave it open forever. I don't mind, but I would rather not. So I mean, the longest, I don't know, like a month and a half, if I can find a set date, and maybe a holiday or something, cool holiday, and end it then or something. I don't know, but a month is what I would like to go for. Pirates do rob booty, man. If it's good enough for a pimp, it's good enough for me. Uh, it's gonna be the little slogan for the Clydesdale. A G6? A G6? What are we talking about? D2? Did I say D2? I meant V2. Clydesdale V2. Are you talking about the steel? I don't know how much D2 steel is. I never asked. I do want to do an affordable model, man, but you have to get a lot of numbers, but I think it'd be cool to do something like, I don't know, like VG10. I like VG10. I think that'd be a good budget steel. 12 CR, something like that. I think that'd be cool. At D2, I don't think I'd go D2. Maybe like 12 CR, VG10, something like that. 14C, I mean, that's always a safe one, but I'm talking like more affordable than that, I think that'd be cool to be able to offer like a sick design and small batch. Well, when it gets to that point, I think you have to go to like 600 units. So it's not a small batch anymore. It's boutique, I guess, still, but now that your name is out there more, you got a couple of NAS under your belt. Things should sell faster a little bit. I mean, I hope so, but I mean, I think a lot of it still is the design. Um, if you nail it, the manufacturer too. I made a big jump from going to Kubey to this, manufacturer. It's a big jump, top of the line. Super excited. Was not my plan, but my plans changed when I was doing my research and like, okay, who is kind of the level of Kubey without dealing with Kubey? Just because they've been doing great work, guys. It's just my last model, the wingspan, that has been a tough one to swallow, you know. So I wanted to switch gears, and that's what I did, and in a big way. Like I said, wasn't my intention to go with this company, but I'm happy I did it because better to do it now than to wait forever. Better late than never. I don't know. But I hope so, man. And I try to be fair, but I've also got to, you know, I'm gonna pay a lot. And then I also do this because I'm trying to build a brand, So at the end of the day, I do still have to make money, even though some people might find that to be like bad. But it's not. It's just, I'm trying to build something. And to build something, you need money. And you're trying to build something to make money off of what you're building, you know? You just got to be fair in doing it, and I try to do that. Love VG10 and 14C. Yeah, I love them both too, man. But I think like if I did a budget one, I think I would like to do a VG10. Because imagine like being able to charge like $30, $40. Probably have to be like 40 because I still had to pay for everything. It's different if it's like this like some Amazon company, excuse me, because they have the numbers and maybe the company. Yeah, I've mentioned it in some other streams, but it wasn't until I asked them about lasering, their OEM, their name in there, that they were like, "Oh, this is confidential." I was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, I know." I was just saying. So I didn't know that. I did sign something for the prototyping, for the pricing and listing and all that. I did sign something for that, but I didn't realize it carried over into the production. So I don't know. And I was talking with Lefty, and he said it's funny because he said I don't know why they do that sometimes. He said I don't know if it's because of smaller brands, or no, he didn't say smaller brands. I was thinking because I'm a smaller brand, but he was saying I think he said bigger brands or people that are doing budget knives, something like that. Which this isn't going to be a budget knife. It's not going to be the most expensive, but it's not going to be budget either. I'm trying to keep the cost low, but yeah, he was saying maybe it's that, and I said that's something I was thinking along the lines of that. But it is a bummer that I'm gonna have to put "Made in China," you know, which some people have done it. Maybe they face that same situation, but like I saw Love Concepts, their uh, what is it? The RWB? What is it? I think this is. I used to have it. It's dope, but the blade shape wasn't for me. Um, that was Ria. At least that's what was said. But then I saw on a website it said "Made in China" or "Manufactured in China." So maybe they face the same situation too. But enough word of mouth is like, oh, I heard, heard it was Ria. So I've got to try to. I'm not gonna leak it out, but somebody might be able to tell from the packaging. But I have mentioned it on some streams before, so unfortunately that'll be out. People will have to find out from the stream if y'all haven't heard already. And if y'all did hear, y'all message the other person, hey, it's this, it's them. Yeah, I could. Yeah, exactly. You gotta sell it. Plus the ish talkers that have no dough in the game can eat it. Yeah, and that's what it is sometimes. It is that sometimes, man. People that they see people spending money sometimes and they get mad. And there's no reason to get mad. Like there are times when I can't afford a knife and I'm not mad at the other person that can. You know? It's just it happens. Sometimes you can't get that cool one. Or like you can still get cool ones. Like I was carrying a budget knife the other day. I was carrying this guy the other day. And I brought this up the other day. I think that's why I carried it. I carry this. I like this a lot. This is a Max the Chuck or whatever. And I love this knife, dude. It's a budget knife. There are bangers that are budget knives. You can still do that. There's nothing to get mad at if you can't get that titanium. You know that S90V. What's up, Maddie? How you doing, man? How's the evening treating you, dude? Hey, what do you think of this model on screen, dude? Let me know, bro. This is my next model. My next OEM project. This is the Iron Striker. Let me know, man. You're gonna be down to check this one out. Maddie's never wanted to check out any of my designs, guys. He's always been like, nah, it sucks. No, he's been like supportive in a way that he's like he doesn't want to take any views away from my stuff, like my when circulating it. This is Matisfaction's channel right here. You can go check him out, not check out my knives. I kid, of course. But check out his channel. Great dude. And he had his stream today. I didn't get to catch it today, but I have no doubt that it was a good one. And then I've always got to drop it, guys. Said Stevie. Go check out Said Stevie's channel too. Another great dude. They have a good time. What up, everyone? Running a late one tonight. Huh? Yeah. This is I've been going later My Wednesdays have always been like weird for my the lab after dark, but this is around the time that I had wanted to go. I wanted it to be, it's in the name, the lab after dark. So that's what I wanted to do, and I've been able to run some late ones, so it's been kind of cool. Sometimes they run a little shorter than other times, but it's still fun to be able to go how I wanted to. This is supposed to be the uncut one. This one is supposed to be letting F bombs fly if I want, the S word, the B word, the R word. I don't know what the R word is. Oh, I think I would know what R word, but that you still can't say that. But what's up, man? How was your stream? I gotta drop Wyvern too. Give me this link right here. Give me it. Get that in there. Sure, y'all check out Wyvern Kodiak. Did y'all have a good stream today, man? Did y'all have a guest on or anything? I know sometimes y'all have guests. Madison Nation. That's cool. That's a good one. Madison Nation. But yeah, these should be hopefully getting to me. Man, I hope next week, hopefully sooner. But they're done. I don't know which one I'm gonna hold on to yet. You guys let me know the ones that I haven't answered. Which one is your least favorite and which one is your favorite? If y'all have one. If y'all don't have one, just shut up. These top two are belt satins. This guy right here is a stone wash. It looks like an acid wash. And then this bottom one is a satin flat with stone wash grind. Let me know, guys. Don't be like that. I dig it. I still need to get a wingspan. Oh, you don't have one? I thought you had one. Well, you have a Clydesdale. But I appreciate you saying that. If you were to get one. No, I've never been like I like to, I'll show my stuff but I've never been one to be like hurt like if somebody because you can't buy everything. There are so many people that I've wanted to support and that I haven't gotten their stuff. You guys know in buying, there's not enough money. I mean, not for some of us. There's not enough money. There's so many designs that we have a list that goes on forever. Every day there's something added to the list. More than one thing, a million things. They're just it's you've got to choose, and sometimes there's a deal that comes along, you get to pick up that one that was on the list. And then you don't get to pick up the other one. It takes funds away from that other one. But I've never been hurt. I'm always excited when somebody picks up one of my projects, my designs, my OEMs, or my licensed. I'm always excited. I'm always happy, but I'm never like disappointed if like the one of my friends didn't get it or something. Because I understand, you can't afford everything. Sometimes you want that Rosie and you can't get that Clydesdale or that wingspan. I needed that hundo. Jim Cox doesn't know Satisfaction. He doesn't know Captain Ricky. No, I know you had a Clydesdale. I forgot you had a Clydesdale. I don't know why I thought you had a wingspan. But no, man, I appreciate you, dude. For sure. She says hideous. Well, she's not, all right. Maddie is super attractive. I hear that she's tall drink of water also. I'm thirsty. What's a wingspan? Hey man, last time you you didn't know what a Raze was. I thought you were playing. I didn't realize you didn't know. I really want to buy a new knife, but I've got a full copper bug out that will not die. Oh, okay. I just got this guy right here. I'm sure you saw the whatchamacallit, the thumbnail. This one I picked it up off Knife Joy, their pre-owned knife sale, and I like it. It came like it's clean, guys. Even the box was clean. Well, I mean, who's gonna be somebody was really messing around with this box. No, it's just it's like the rich light isn't is not like oily or anything like that going on. A little off center, slightly, and some slight button stick or crossbar stick, whatever, axis stick. But that'll go away. And then sometimes with the bug outs or spider codes, you get a little off center, but it's not like crazy or anything. It's a little crazy. But I sold this guy to get this other one. But yeah, I missed out on another one that was on sale and of this one, the same version. And when I saw this one pop up and it dropped in price 2 or 3 times. When I saw the third time, I had to pick it up. But hopefully your bug out, craps out when my pre-order's up on this guy, if you don't mind a little pre-order action, you know, it's, I design it, I do my own CAD work. And Dead Inside, welcome in. Sorry, I didn't even say that. I do my own CAD work. This is not my CAD work. This is the file for the OEM. They redid it. They always redo it. But I do my own. Oh, that's supposed to be gone. I was just showing something earlier. So I straight up do my own stuff and send it on over to whatever manufacturer I'm working with, and then they do their thing. So my projects may not be US made yet, but they're US designed as much as I can get it. This is the live stream project. I'm definitely not gonna excuse me, definitely not gonna get to this one today, but I will get back to it on Saturday. I think we were working on the backspacer. So we'll get back to that. And then I did grab a petrified fish for Saturday. So make sure y'all check that out. And I will be doing a live unboxing for this guy when they get here. Members only live stream. And I'll see about picking something up to do a little gaw for that stream. That'd be cool. It won't be one of these though. It won't be one of these. I lurked it. Yeah, he's joking. He's joking about the wingspan. He wasn't joking about the Raze though. I was surprised. I just got done with my live, so I'm glad I was able to catch some of your live for a change. Yeah, man, it's good having you. I appreciate you, dude. Unfortunately, I didn't get to catch your live. Sorry about that. But I have lurked in a couple. The R word doesn't need to be spoken, bro. Come on. Stream was fun tonight. No guests, but had a good time. Still want you on as a guest. Oh yeah, that'd be cool, man. I've been asked a bunch of times. The one that I regret, man, that I didn't get to do a live stream with, was the Pocket Talk with Pocket Razors. That really sucked. He had asked me, and I was like, yeah, we can see when we can set up a time. And he had asked me a couple other times after that, and fortunately, I didn't get to do it. R.I.P. Pocket Razors. He was a great dude. And his voice, man. If I could have just, listened in on his voice that whole time, that whole conversation, guess who's winning? This guy over here. Oh, yeah, he was a great dude. You like the bottom one? Awesome, dude. That one is a shred carbon fiber. They all have the milling. It's just this one, you can tell a bit more. You can tell on these two. I just had to zoom in. And then there's milling on the pocket clip too. This milling is supposed to match this milling up front on the pocket clip from the bolster. Shred carbon fiber. Yeah, I like that one too, man. I like the bottom two a lot. I really like this micarta though, the burl linen. Maybe when they get here, I'll just start swapping material. Just start swapping materials. I want this on this one, then I'm gonna send this one out. It's ruining everything. I think the bottom one is my favorite, and the second one from the top least favorite. Oh, that's surprising. All right, so this guy with the black frame and the black studs. That in the light, it looks like it's a stonewash or something on the frame on the blade, but it's also felt satin. But that's surprising. Okay, well that's cool, man. That I'm seeing some. I know it's a small. Uh, what you call it? There are only a few of y'all in here. I mean, I'm. There are more than a few, but that there's this person that likes this one, this person likes that one, and it's not like one is being completely crapped on. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. And especially with like Tommy, with you finding one that's not that I thought would be a favorite and it not being your cup of tea, that's cool. So I don't know, maybe I'll just keep them as is. Because that is why I did the top one at in the it's tumble titanium, I think is what I did. Bead blast titanium, sorry. But I wanted to keep it different in case somebody didn't like the black one. So that's where you fall. Very cool, man. Hell yeah. Are you anti multiple knives? I got like several knives right here, bro. One of them is a Clydesdale. I think it's because I was showing the measurement. Oh, and for those of y'all that want to see, speaking of that, it is about Clydesdale size, just a touch smaller, and it's a thinner frame, but it's about the size of the Clydesdale. And then you have this flat instead of forward finger choil or something. In case anybody was interested in that. Very cool design, man. I dig it. Always love your design language. What are your anticipated specs on this design? I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Like you mean material? Do you mean sizes? 7.565. We're doing some measuring earlier. 3-inch cutting. 3.2, I think I said, from tip to frame. Grip length is about 4.25 with the flat. S90V on the steel. The list never shortens. It doesn't, bro. The pockets, the wallet thins out. The list never shortens, bro. Never, dude. A lot of designs, but luckily there are more that I don't want than do. Oh, that's good. That's a good problem for sure. Oh, yeah. Don't want no short list. Let me know when the pre-order is up. I can post it in place if you want. I appreciate you, Maddie. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, any support, man, anything like that. And but I never, I'm not one to ask for stuff like that either. Like I'm never like, hey, I'll tell your friends or what is it? I see sometimes like please post or please share. It's not me, that's not my thing. I know it'd be helpful, but I'm just not one to ask, But it's always appreciated though, for sure. The Wingspan's gonna be there tomorrow, dude. Hell yeah, dude. I hope you like it, man. I appreciate you, dude. Thanks so much for the support, dude. Skiffs for my new one as soon as I can. Skiffs for your new what? What do you got, bro? What is it? Let me know when you open up pre-orders. I will promote that for you, brother. I always want to help if I can. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it, dude. Hell yeah, man. Thank you. They are sharp, bro. They are. Luckily. Luckily. The list never shortens. The goalposts just keep moving. It's like one day I will finish my collection. One day I will have everything on my list. And then there's a new thing coming out. Somebody just dropped a fresh design, or they just showed some new fresh design. Laconico's working on something new. You know, Chavez has got a collaboration. You know, I don't like his oh Rowdy just talking trash real quick. No, I'm not, but just I'm not too into the titanium collaborations that he's got, but I have seen the other versions where they're like micarta or whatever. I think they're micarta. They're different materials. I like those versions more than the all tie. I don't know why. They just look. They have a look to me that it looks like. I don't know. I don't know what it is about them. What are they called? Is there like a name for them? Let's see. Yeah, these guys. I just. Excuse me. I don't. I'm not too into what they got going on with the. I don't know. With that little line. Just this middle one is probably the one that I like the most. But that one, I think that one is Sam's. I think that's Raven the Pirate, and it's just pretty much a Chavez with a poon. I'm sorry, yeah, a poon and a forward finger choke, pretty much. No offense to Sam. And then these other ones just have these lines around. I don't know. It just looks like they could have used something else or something. Again, just my opinion, but they're cool looking designs. Don't get me wrong. This top one looks cool. I just don't like this line. Like I would have even taken it without that line, and I'd been like, okay, cool. Maybe just chamfers on there, chamfers around the edges. I like the blade on this second from the top. The frame looks good too. You know, a lot of neutral handles. I love my neutral handles. I think it's just this trace. But these, you see, these I like. I like these a lot better. So much better, in my opinion. But then again, some of these are still not my favorite after. Well, what do you want, Mark? Shit, man. But yeah, I would probably take some of these over that one. But this top one right here is good. I like that top one. And that one's good to go. And then the middle one is good to go too. But it just looks like a Chavez. Again, just my opinion. It's just my opinion. My list definitely got shorter after the last one. I now have one for the collection in my father's memory. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, that's good, dude. That's awesome. What was it? Is it something you can tell us? The Blue Street are better. Oh, is that what these are called? Okay, yeah. So yeah, the blue label, man. Yeah, I'm into the blue label a bit more. This one, second from the top, looks a little bit funny, but that's the one that I like in the titanium version. But it could be the angle of the picture. But yeah, I do like it with a micarta quite a bit more. The versions, those versions. I always go full titanium if I can. Yeah, I like full tie too, but I, I realized recently that I have a lot that aren't full tie. But I like a lot of different stuff, dude. I like a lot of things like materials and shapes and I don't know. I'm just I like I just have like a lot of preferences, you know. This one I didn't get to pick one of these up, but it was gifted to me. It was a DSKFS from LCAP, and it's sick. The Kaimano, modded by Paul Knight. Saseki. I like, let's see, like I like, okay, so like we'll do this. Like I like this. I like this forever. This is the Conductor. Boker Knives. Brian Efro's design. Riot made Boker. Sick. I also love this. This is a Wee Knife Schism. One of my favorite designs, models. And they couldn't be different, more different. You know what I mean? There's two completely different things. You know? So I like things, a lot of different knife designs and knife designers and materials, and I don't know. I just like flavors, you know? Booty pie. He's real original for a design thief. Well, in that case, I wouldn't say it's a design thief, you know, because he's collaborating with them. I would say you're right on the first part, though. Not as original. It's, I mean, I guess again, it's still the same thing because he's working with Chavez, so I guess it is original because it's more like a Chavez design. But I like his the collab he did with Wii. That design is sick. I don't know if that one looked like anything, but that one was a really good looking design. Got a Vero to do a special one of the Avid 3 for me. Coincidentally, the number of the knife they did, it ended up making it even more sentimental without me trying. Oh, that's sick, man. Awesome, dude. Well, that's cool that he would do that, dude. Hell yeah. Jack Talks Ty, Jack Talks Tyro. Uh, heck yeah. Yeah, man. Those are two of my favorite knives, and they're very different, you know. So it's not like an overbuilt knife or anything, but it's a solid knife for sure. It's not like real big. But it's not a small knife either. Just nice in that middle ground. I would like the tip to be a little bit, you know, pointed down a little bit more, but still all good. Not the best. It's not the thinnest, but still I love it. And this was also it also means a lot to me because Angel gave me this one. This was, I believe, a Christmas gift. Was it Christmas? So yeah, and this one was just one that I picked up on a whim. I just saw it on Blade HQ, and I was like, "What is that?" And it was I like to pick up things on times sometimes that are discontinued, and this was a discontinued model. And when I unboxed it, I was just like really blown away. The machining and the small details, the action, the thinness, super thin. Just just a fun little knife, and I really like it. Also nimble and quick. Jim Silver candlesticks. Yeah, great stuff. Um, so guys, I mean, I'm really, I'm really looking forward to these. I would really like to get, you know, as much as I love the wingspan and you know how when it's when I'm not looking at a stack of blems, I love the wingspan. You know, it was a bigger knife for me, like size wise. So from the Clydesdale, it was a little bit shorter, so it was a bigger knife for me to do. And I wanted to do that, and I also wanted to do like the concept for the wingspan was in the name. You know, it was real compact when closed, open up to a full size knife, or I mean, a little under, I guess, full size. It's not a small size, but it's not like 8.5. It's just under 8. Um, and you know, they did great on a lot of them, or I guess half of them. But it'll be nice to get the taste out of my mouth of, you know, that stack of blends. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes when they get here. But I'm looking forward to it, and I will be doing that live unboxing of these guys. Hopefully, I mean, I'll definitely, you know, put it up on the community tab when they get here. Like, if it's nowhere near one of my Wednesday lives or Saturday lives, to let y'all know if I'm doing or when I'm doing the unboxing. Like when they get here and when I'm doing the unboxing, so that way we can unbox. It'll be a members only. I think I said that already. Members only unboxing, and excuse me, see if I pick something up, and we can do a small gaw. You know, we'll see how it goes. But I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna be wrapping it up here in a minute. But thank you for stopping in. And those of y'all that catch this late, okay, I took it off. You can't even see it. There you go. Those of y'all that catch this late, let me know which one y'all's favorite is. Put it in the comments if you can. I don't know many of y'all that'll watch this to the end that will comment on it, but if you do, let me know. I appreciate it, and you'll get a closer look next time. Thank you, Manny, for stopping in. Thank all you guys. I really appreciate y'all so much. Y'all take care. Y'all enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, enjoy yourselves. Do great things. Keep the pockets packed. Eat some awesome snacks. And I'll check y'all later. Peace. I gotta hit that